Why is a duck in my playlist, I hear you say? Well, I need your help. We live in a water-stressed area and this can affect our local environment, especially in summer. By making small, everyday changes, you can save water and money off your bills. Try using the same mug all day for your hot drinks. You could save up to 15 litres of water every day. Find more tips at affinitywater.co.uk/saveourstreams. Affinity Water. Save money, and help save our streams.
So we're bringing the music down a little bit. So, because what I'm going to talk about tonight, I'm irritated. So I've been arguing with a bunch of blue Maga people. They are something else. Honestly. Am I stuck? think my camera's stuck. Oh shit. Oh shit. Did I say that on TikTok? It's true though. I don't know what account I'm live under. But I got into a big fight with people on TikTok and on various social media apps concerning Joe. Genocide Joe. So it looks like I'm alright on the TikToks. No. Now, yeah, I am actually. The only place that I'm stuck is YouTube. So let's see if we can fix that. I don't know why. Yeah, getting into these discussions with people, I'm just like, Christ, man. Are like these people will watch. I watched him in front of NATO today, and he was barely able to speak. He mixed up Ukraine a few times. In fact, I'll see if I can find it. But it's like, dude, man. You know, I was a DNC delegate. You know, I was like, I literally was a state delegate for Obama in 2008. And this is just delulu. Makes no sense. How can you say? I mean, the only upside for him is that he's not Trump. That is the only reason. What is this? That one's called Awkward. Wow, that's rude. That's just rude. Really? Really? And we're getting big no on the sound effects. Big no. A big no. No, it's not. I'm having a peek. Oh, I can put the sound back up. Yeah. Because I use Harris Heller's music. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sound fine. Sound fine. Ah. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. I don't even know if I can. I'll probably bring it up. Like, there's literally Gaza stuff right now where where Israel is bombing a school and nothing's being said about it. But there's a hospital. I mean, there's hardly any hospitals that are left working in Gaza. But now they're coming out talking about, oh, it's so awful. So absolutely awful what's going on in Russia. It doesn't have a thing to say about what's going on in Gaza. A literal school was bombed. But nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's what's so funny is, like, today I was called repeatedly. I was called that I was supporting Trump, essentially. By the way, if you want to come up and have a chat about this stuff, we can.
Okay. This whole paying off debt trend on TikTok is kind of cool. I've been seeing the videos pop up. So what you gotta
you can pay off all your debts on TikTok. On TikTok, everybody. On TikTok. You could pay off all your debts. Not really. But yeah, you have people that are blue MAGA, and they'll make really ridiculous comments. The biggest one right now is they're all worried about Project 2025. Oh no! Project 2025, what are we gonna do? Well, the Supreme Court just gave the president basically immunity from anything, but the Democrats they can't do anything. It's weird. They can't do anything. They're afraid of what Trump's going to do when he gets in, but Democrats can't do anything. Makes a lot of sense. Come on. Make it make sense, man. they'll talk about, oh God, all the bad things about Project 2025. How about putting Trump in jail? Why couldn't you do that? I did a TikTok this morning where I talked about it, because if you're not from the US, there is a guy named Keith Oberman, and he's like people should deal with this. Hold on. In fact, I'll bring it up. I'll play it. I'll play the TikTok. If I can get rid of this stupid soundboard. Because I don't want it. I've only got about 53 different computers going at one time here. Let's see. I'm gonna bring up my other computer screen here. See if we can get the TikToks. Are we there? Let's bring it up, son. Let's bring it up, son. Oh. There it is. See if I can get this up on the TikToks. But essentially, the guy's name is Keith Olbermann, and he said, "Send Trump to jail. Send him to jail."
Whack. Why is a duck in my playlist, I hear you say? Well,
Yeah.
I need your help. We live
It's
in a
because I
water-stressed
haven't
area, and
paid.
This can affect our local environment, especially when it's sunny. By making small, everyday changes, you can save water and money off your bills. Try washing your veg in a bowl rather
Hold
than
on,
under
let me
the tap.
log
You
into
can save
TikTok.
up to
We got too
10
many
liters
sounds
of
going
water
on in
every
here.
time. Find more tips at
Too many sounds. Back when I was your age, we didn't have all those TikTok sounds.
Save our streams.
You're hearing this ad because you're listening to
We had AOL and we liked it.
Discover new ways to listen to your favorite music without ad breaks anywhere you go, including
I'm gonna
offline with Spotify
Palestinian
Premium.
American.
It's just you and wherever your listening takes you next.
Boo, boo, boo. Boo-doo-doo-doo. All right, here we go. All right, so I should be in. As this thing stops playing, and oh, you're gonna TikTok, you're gonna kill me. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. I need to stop playing this because I'm on other streams. I'm gonna get a CGV on another stream on Twitch or TikTok for playing music, not my own stuff. Don't play anything. Freaking TikTok. Back in my day. Let's try this again. It's a pain in the butt. I don't care if somebody logs in. With my QR code, I just realized you guys could probably see that. It's like, stop it! Jesus Christ. Stop trying to autoplay all the time. I want my stuff, not this music where I'm going to get a CGV. Stop! Oh, I'm in hell. I'm in literal hell. I just want to get to my content. Here we go. All right. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. I don't think you can hear it. Because it's weird. I'm getting this weird wall effect. I think I can play it from Telegram because I sent it to myself this morning when I was creating it. So let's do that, I guess. Hopefully it won't wobble. We will wobble. Just trying to find where I put it. I put it in the TikTok production folder.
This is some audio from the Keith Oberman podcast, and it's on point.
As someone who was worried that President Biden correctly perceived the threat posed by Trump and his fascists and their plan for a form of Nazi Germany in this country, worried about that long before I was worried that he correctly perceived that threat, I have this suggestion. No more talk about Trump or anything else. Just action. Start, Mr. President, by recognizing that this is a terrorist threat posed by Trump and his cult and his allies. Literally declare them terrorists, if need be. Or, now that you have been immunized by the Supreme Court, invoke the Insurrection Act, as Trump plans to do. Invoke it. Invoke it for an hour. And arrest and detain people like Trump. And the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, Mark Robinson, and the head of this bloodthirsty gang in suits called the Federalist Society, and creator of Project 2025, Kevin Roberts. This is actually an international fascism cartel run by a guy from Israel and starring Viktor Orban of Hungary and the reprehensible British racist Suella Braverman. This Roberts may have phrased his threat of revolution against the government of the United States in a passive-aggressive form, but 18 U.S. Code 2385 is still on the books, and Mr. Roberts just urinated on it and all but dared you, Mr. President, to put him in prison for 20 years, which is what a violation of the statute can cost you. So you have your Attorney General do it by whatever legal means are required to do it. And remember, the Supreme Court said you, Mr. President, you can do anything you want as long as you can prove it's official. And putting that asshole in jail is as official as anything could be just at the moment. He's called it a revolution, and he has implied that he will make it violent. This is not the same rhetoric of the fascists from even 3 or 4 months ago. This is overt, violent, criminal, terroristic threat. Mr. President, if your Attorney General is incapable of finding something to arrest them for, find a new Attorney General. Or arrest the current Attorney General and utilize your national security powers now. Not later, now. Not after the election, now. Not after somebody gets killed, now. And if Trump objects, arrest him too.
Yeah.
Since the Supreme Court, which he appointed, says there is no chance anybody in the world can stop you.
I agree.
So basically, I went on to say, I agree 100%. There's only one problem with that. The Democrats don't want to do anything except performative bullshit. Remember when they bowed with their little, they're not keffiyehs, but the little African headscarves. And I'm just like, how brazen are you people? But whenever I ask myself that question, they always go the extra mile. They never do anything. It's always performative. It's always performative. It never is anything of any substance. And that's what kills me too. You literally, they have not done anything for Black Lives Matter. Not one thing. You know, that was the whole thing with that when they were in fact, let me see if I can find it. But I'm sure you remember it. Let's see. BLM Congress. LM Congress. Deal. All right. Yeah. So it was this. I don't know if y'all remember this or not. But Democrats, hello, spiritual villain. So. So I was just talking about Biden. Oh, okay. Quick hi. Hello. Hello, you're my favorite person. Besides my partner. But yeah, Biden is just this is the kind of shit that they were doing. I want to see if I can blow this up a little bit. Zoom it up. So, back when Black Lives Matter was a thing in the States, this is the kind of shit that they pulled. Hello, some random geek. Who's being kept? Oh, Biden. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, the video today, the NATO video, let's see if we can find that. But, oh my God, he was barely able to speak. But yeah, during Black Lives Matter, they did this kind of shit as performative. And I'm just like, how in the hell? By the way, if anybody wants to come up, just ask for it and you can come up on the TikTok if you're on TikTok. Even though I'm having issues. But it's totally performative. There's no kind of like action in it at all. They haven't done anything about BLM. That's always the best time. What can happen? I'll get a CGV. Oh wait. Not that I'm grumpy or anything about that. But yeah, the absolute ridiculousness. And I take it back. They have done something. They have done something about BLM. They funded the cops more. Like, they've done something. Worse. Cop City. I mean, you can go down the line. Biden. Students. I don't want to get myself in any trouble. Biden NATO speech. And you can tell that this is heavily scripted, you know? Here we go. It's Let's move this along a little bit. But I want to see if I can get this in. I want to see if I can get this in the screen a little bit better. Because I can move it. There we go. Nothing. All right. We'll speed up. Like, he already sounds like he's drunk. Secretary General. Yeah, some random geek in the chat said, yeah, Biden funded the cops more. Of course he did. And that's the thing. All the things that were going on that he said he was going to address, he didn't. You know? He didn't. I've got some random geek in my YouTube chat. I've got him in TikTok and Twitch. The bandwidth is going out at the job site. So yeah, he hasn't, and that's the thing. He hasn't changed anything for most people, their material conditions. But you have these blue MAGA people that will say he's competent. They'll argue. Thank God I got a break.
Whack! Why is a duck in my playlist, I hear you say? Well, I need your help. We live in a water-stressed area, and this can affect our local environment, especially in summer. By making small, everyday changes, you can save water and money off your bills. Try turning off the tap whenever you brush your teeth.
World War II. That just happened.
Find more
Oh, wait.
affinitywater.co.uk/save our streams. Affinity Water. Save water, save money.
Well, that's the thing. Spiritual villain in the chat said, I can't wrap my head around how the U.S. population is happy with them. They're not. Imagine if you were, because we just had an election over here in the UK. I'm an American that lives in Chatham, mate. In it, mate. And we just had an election over here, and you can vote for a bunch of different people. You can vote for a bunch of different people, and in the States, like if you're in, say, Indiana, you might be able to vote third party, right? But it's the Workers' Party. Then in another state, you may be able to vote green. And then in another state, you may be able to vote for the, I think it's the PSL. There's not a third party that gets on the ballot across the United States. So they don't have, effectively, it's a two-party system, so they don't have options. They can't vote for reform. They can't vote for, it's either Republicans or Democrats. That's all there is. And because of that, they've got two bad leaders. And it really is. I think Trump's going to win. But I think it's because people in the Democratic Party don't care if Biden loses. This guy is not competent. If you had somebody come into your work and was talking like this, Go home, Joe. The bar's closing. Joe, you're only getting water. No more booze. No more beer. And I'm not mad. The thing is, my grandmother had sundowners, so I know what cognitive, and plus I've worked in healthcare for 30, 40 years. And I know what cognitive decline looks like. And it looks like this. It looks... Secretary General. So, anyways, the guy, I mean, and this is scripted. This is scripted, but there's going to be a debate in September, and it'll be too late by then. But what boils my piss? Let's go to my Mastodon instance, because I want to show you some of this shite. You literally will get people arguing. I need the notification tab in here. Yeah, that's good. Boop boop. Oh, by the way, this Jeremy Scahill just came. Jeremy Scahill and Ryan Graham just came out with a new news site called Drop Site News, and people are already trying to ban them. Free speech. They already got banned off of Facebook, and then Facebook had to wipe their. Yeah. But you'll literally get people in the comments. Like I had somebody that was talking about Gaza and pinkwashing, and oh, here we go. So this is one pretty good example. If I can get it over here. Stop it. Essentially. Oh God, stop. Help me, Jesus. Just want to be able to scroll over. There we go. So this guy says, naturally, Dowd's latest column in the New York Times is another volley in the organization dump barrage. It focuses on the president's tendency to garble sentences here and there, something he's been doing for 60 years now, but now does it more quietly than before. Needless to say, and that's not true. That's not true. He wasn't garbling stuff before. He wasn't a good speaker, but now he's slurring words. It's different. I'm just like, you can't. That's not the same thing. Needless to say, not even a hint of the constant fire hose of incoherent sewage that Trump spews in a speech and interview. Of course, the piece is only anti-Biden. No, it's not. It's not just anti-Biden. Because as much as people think that Joe Biden is, how do we put this? Or as much as Donald Trump, they don't dislike Donald Trump. I think people are pretty much aware that he's not out of his mind. I mean, he's not an intelligent guy, but he can hold a debate, you know, but Biden can't. I mean, he was literally just, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry.
Why is a duck in my playlist, I hear you say? Well, I need your help.
That's
We live in a water-stressed
that's
area,
not
and this
gonna
can affect our
happen.
local environment, especially in summer.
When it comes to the debates, you know what's gonna happen.
Everyday changes you can
They're gonna try to duck all this until September, make him look presidential, and then he'll get walloped. And then, oh well, I did what I could. And no, that's not good enough. But they could, if the Democrats wanted to, they could have another person. They could have a brokered convention. But they're not going to do that. And how do I know they're not going to do that? They're not going to do that because the DNC back in, it's been probably between 2016 and 2020 or 2020. Essentially, the DNC got sued by Bernie Sanders supporters. And the DNC took it to court. And when they took it to court, the court basically said, yeah, you can rig these elections. It's not illegal to be a party and rig elections and pick who you want. And that's basically what the attorney said. You know, they can sit in a room and pick who they want the candidates to be. So they can do this. They can have another candidate. They can have a brokered convention, but they're not going to. They're not going to at all. But this is like literally. In fact, I know I can get this. All I have to do is go in here and search hashtags. Let me see if I can do that. I just need to look for the hashtag riding with Biden. It is absolutely ludicrous. And I don't mean the singer. It's not that kind of ludicrous. Let's see if I can get back over. I think I need to do this full screen. Yeah. So we'll do riding with Biden. Yeah, there we go. Go to hashtag right. No. Oh. That's because it's on my the one bad thing about Mastodon. That's not social. All right. I don't know if I can log in here without giving all my secrets to the world away. I think I can. All right. Riding with Biden. Yeah, here we go. Remember the felon wanted to order our military to shoot peaceful protesters in the leg? Vote blue. It sounds like Biden has made his decision. Because of that, so have I. It literally is abysmal. But the people are absolutely delusional. Delulu. And this person says, he's toast. Biden's ABC interview flops with Hill Democrats. Well, I say, screw y'all. I'm sticking with my president, riding with Biden. Well, certainly amp up the pressure as needed, warned one House Democrat. And I'm just like, oh my God. Do you not see what's going to happen here? They are so lost in the sauce. We must yell that we're all still here. This is the same person having repeated. I used to joke that the orange imbecile had something to hold over some of the most powerful men in the country. Now I'm thinking it might be true. And then this person who made some awful tweets to awful toots is what they're called over there. Made some awful toots to me. Said they just saw a clip on Randy Rhoads. Randy Rhoads is the one. Biden, I got your back. Let's watch this. That is called simping. Oh my God. So literally, here's the thing too, though. I'm saying this as a former Democrat. This is not going to work out well for the people. And like they're posting this kind of stuff. Joe Biden is old, but the other guy is old, deranged, demented, pathetic, dangerous, and crazy and incoherent. What? Like this? Need I remind you? It's just.
Affinity Water. Save water, save money, and help save our streams.
How does anybody watch this? How does anybody watch this and think, this guy, he's old, but man, he's with it. It's unbelievable. Anyways. So you get these people, they'll be riding with Biden, right? And I'm just like, oh, you can't hear the videos? Can't hear the videos. Cookie Joe. Oh, I can see that. See that you can't hear it. Oh, so you didn't get to hear all that. Oh my God. I don't know why it's so low though. I don't know why it's so low. Because y'all can hear me okay. Anyways. I have I am stumped. I'm stumped. But yeah. But anyways. Basically, you have Joe. He looks and sounds like he's not all there. And like Donald Trump just sounds not smart. But Joe Biden sounds like he's incoherent. And that's the difference. And, you know, like people will sit there and they'll say, oh, you just want Joe Biden to lose. And I'm just like, no, I don't. But he's going to. That's the thing. He's going to. It doesn't you don't have to be Nostradamus to know this. It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. Trying to find out where the sound is for a certain app is. Anyways. Can't hear the videos, you can hear me. That doesn't help me. Some random geeks. Fix this for me. It's not the one I want. This is all sound devices. It's not what we want. I know this is thrilling. Oh, here we go. Where is... Yeah, that's Mozilla. Let's see where it's going. Oh, that's why. Let's do this. See if you can hear this now.
Like children.
You are a child.
Well, Donald Trump says it's on, challenging Joe Biden to an 18-hole golf match.
I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here.
You swing, I know you swing.
Let's not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to...
Let's not act bull.
I was at 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many...
I've seen you swing, I know you swing.
Let's
not act like children.
President Trump, we're going to...
21
Let's not act like children.
You are a child.
Well, Donald Trump says it's on, challenging Joe Biden to an 18-hole golf match.
I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe.
Crooked Joe. I mean, he's a child. Obviously, he's not wrong about him being a child, but he's Joe Biden is absolutely embarrassingly incoherent here, and
He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. The reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know, how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
It's just, that is not someone that is confident. I'm sorry. It's just not. And in the context, when you start hearing it, you can't not hear it. That's when with the whole NATO thing. You can't not hear, after you hear it, you can't not hear it. So at this point, I'm just kind of like, there is an upside for Democrats. There is an upside. So essentially, if you look at the polls haven't changed. The polls haven't changed. The downside to that is the polls haven't changed. The polls haven't changed, and that is not a good thing in terms of by the way.
That is a disgrace.
Sorry. I got my Liz Truss video still going on. I need to make one of Biden. I could green screen that so easy. But their poll numbers haven't changed a whole lot. And so that is their saving grace, I think. I think the people that are going to vote for Joe Biden aren't going to be moved by any of this stuff. And I think that's probably the only saving grace for them. But the downside to that is the polling is bad. Is that real politics? Ow. Real politics, I think. The polling. Let's look. So real clear politics. So if you look at this, let's look. The president. So, and this is someplace like Wisconsin, which was a swing state, right? Trump's up 2, right? In every poll in Wisconsin, except for one, the Bloomberg poll, and Biden's up by 2. But in the other polls, Trump's up by 6, Trump's up by 2, Trump's up by 3, and that's the thing. If you look at it from if Biden's job, I don't know why they removed that node. Okay. Joe's polling. Well, it's not on here. July 10th of the 4th year, Biden is at 39%, Trump was at 41%, Obama was at 46%, and Bush was at 47%. How can anybody believe that George Bush was a good president? Oh my God. I remember those days. They were awful. Anyway. Real clear politics. Even if you look up Trump versus Kamala Harris, it's still Trump is up by about 2 points. And if you look at the swing states, the states that were swing states last time, places like North Carolina, places like Michigan, places like Wisconsin, no matter how you slice it, Biden's behind. And even if the only way that I think that they could have a change is if they had kind of a open primary at the convention. They had a brokered convention, and like there was excitement, buzz, and there was possibilities of, you know, like putting everybody's hat in a ring. But if that doesn't happen, the only thing that I think you're going to see is Biden losing badly. So, but you still have people that will hold on to dear life and be riding with Biden. The reason Republicans are all over the airwaves today defending convicted felon Trump is because they have nothing else to talk about. They have no accomplishments. That's the thing. They don't need accomplishments. Like, and that's the thing too, sitting there and saying that, comparing Trump's, his, cognitive ability versus Biden. Trump's voters don't care. He could have a stroke and he could weekend at Bernie's. You know what I'm talking about. They could weekend at Bernie's him and people would still vote for him. His voters are that committed to owning the libs. But people will, these riding with Biden folks just will not let go. They will not let go. They are. Let's see if there's any other. Riding with Biden. Biden Harris. See, this is like the ludicrousness. The outlines the bad treatment of President Biden by, this outlines the bad treatment of President Biden. They're quoting Malcolm X. Yeah, Malcolm X would have really stood by Joe Biden. Oh my God. I saw his NATO speech. He's fine as I'm concerned. Plus, he's got a good VP. He's not. This isn't about having a bad day. And they're gaslighting people. And they're doing the whole 2025. Project 2025. There's so many things that they could do. There's so many things Biden could do, but he's not going to do it. Things that he could put in place right now. People he could put in prison right now for saying that they are going to there's going to be a bloodless revolution if people let it. You can put those people in prison, but he chooses not to. A vote is not a marriage proposal. You aren't confessing your love for the candidate. It's a chess move for the world you want to live in. Yeah. And the only way is to move your fucking chess pieces off the board. Because these guys are playing checkers, not chess. if you're committed to saving our democracy, act today. Because Joe Biden supports the democracy. Anyways. I've been on here a while, so I think I'm going to jump off. But I'll be back on, I think, probably tomorrow to talk more about this. I want to get some videos. I want to put some stuff together and have a little bit more, maybe have some people on. Anyways, see y'all.